similar to what it was in 2008 when we had the housing bubble and the market's going crazy, the recession. You're going to end up almost in a similar situation with the markets around the world. You'll go up and down, and you'll see it tank a little bit, so you go up, and that's one of the reasons why all the financial heads, from Yellen and the Fed and to other areas, monetary fund, all try to say they'll back up the liquidity to stabilize it, so it won't go crazy.
Right, and the thing about
Trump people don't understand that. The Trumpers don't understand that. They think it's a temporary fix. They're going to say, well, Donald Trump's going to come and fix it. No, he won't. He's extremely unsuccessful in businesses for finances. He has more companies that went belly up or went Chapter 11 or just closed down for whatever reason than any other than he has that are successful in business. So he's really economically strength. He's not.
Right. And one thing that we want to mention, with the United Union being broken up, like I said before, you interrupt us. We're saying Bentley, we're saying BMW. Now, did you know that Oldsmobile is coming back because they opened up small businesses like independent car manufacturers? So Oldsmobile might have a plant next year, even though the name is.
You're going to see. Well, what's going to happen here is, first of all, what you saw today is the market going down, but the dollar going up.
Right.
The dollar's worth more now today than it's been in a long, long time. Oil crashed, but gold skyrocketed.
Silver skyrocketed.
Gold went up like $70-something. And the oil went down like $4 or $5. But the deal is that you're going to see money's going into the Treasury, which the bonds. So your interest rates are going to be so low now. They said today the interest rates are at record levels. So it'll be cheaper to buy a home. It'll be cheaper for credit cards. It'll be cheaper to buy goods and services in this country because the dollar is strong and the euro is weak, and it actually favors this country economically in the short period.
Well, and also, none of that too. But I like the new prime minister they have in Great Britain. He said, I'm not here to endorse Trump. Trump is not a guy that we can trust at all.
They're not endorsing Trump in any way. They're definitely not endorsing Clinton's. They like the statement that Ted Cruz made. They also like the statement that Paul Ryan made, but they can't stand. One of the things they felt that changed the format or the situation in the last 48 hours before the vote was the presence and the influx of Obama and the Democrats trying to put their mouth in there and foot in the elections in Great Britain. And that might have turned the tide in favor of separating from Europe.
That's right.
Because they can't stand them.
That's right. So that's what we need to do with the UN. We need to break that up. We don't need to have ties with the UN anymore either.
Europe needs to be broken up again because we need the sovereignty of each individual countries. That would actually do several things. It will increase the economy overseas, which will improve the economy here. But also, it will eliminate and end the Muslim invasion.
Right.
Because then you'll start seeing borders put back up. You'll start seeing more border security. You'll start seeing less terrorist attacks in and around Europe.
Right, and people can be armed too as well, because he said we're going to have.
It will also help us here because it helps that. That's the only thing that's going to help. That's the only thing that came out of Trump that helps Trump is the fact of immigration. But the thing is, he just a few months beforehand. Staying in the euro.
Yeah, he wanted to keep
a couple of days later, said, it really doesn't matter either way. And today he tried to take a victory lap, which he didn't really. The only one that made a statement
Ted Cruz
before the election and stayed with it was Ted Cruz.
That's right.
Said that this country should leave things alone, allow Great Britain to decide whether they want to stay in or not. It's better for them.
It's up to them. It should be up to them. Exactly.
And he said that's the right move, and it should be a wake-up call for all the establishments throughout Europe and the rest of the world.
Right, and remember, Donald Trump is all for the United Union too. Remember
remember Donald Trump majority, if not, I would say super majority of all the monies made by the Trump enterprises came from business dealings overseas.
Right.
Don't forget, he has more business dealings overseas than he does in this country.
My question is, how did Trump?
Even his clothing line.
My question
in Mexico
and
China.
My question is, why did Donald Trump? How did he? He had $100,000 in the bank yesterday. Now he's got 12. Was it 12 or $8 to $12 million now in this bank? How did that happen? Is that did George Soros give him money? It's like and Hillary Clinton's up to $18 million right now.
Okay, what he's doing was that he's matching. He did a mass emailing campaign stuff with donations for last week, and he's matching funds. So if somebody puts in a quarter, $25, so he'll match it with 25 up to, I think he said up to $1 million. And so if he raised $2 million, he puts in $2 million, so that's $4 million. That's how he's doing it.
That's it. But you see, basically, he's paying himself, isn't he? Then.
So in other words, whatever they raise, if they raise $1 million, he puts in $1 million. If they raise $2, he'll put in $2. So they'll put $4. So that's how it works. He matches it. He matches the donation.
Okay. I thought he had $100,000.
But if his finances, technically, it's not going anywhere. He is. Polling wise, he's about 9% worse than what Romney was at the same time in 2012. He is about $30 or $40 million less than what Romney was in finances than what it was in 2012. The RNC, money wise, because of Trump, is a lot less than it was in 2012. But they're all these people are holding back to find out to see what happens at the convention.
Well, it's just going to be as I said before, I'm not too worried about it because it's going to be a challenge.
Also, the court ruled that the people that are protesting are allowed to kidnap a cage in an area miles away. They have to have an area that their voices can't be heard under the First Amendment. So they're going to be in Cleveland. You're going to have areas that's very close to the convention site that is going to have a lot of anti-whatever, type people.
Right. Whether it's Hillary or Bernie Sanders or Trump, whatever.
Black Lives Matter, all those people. Today, Bernie Sanders said that he'll vote for Hillary, but he will not endorse Hillary. So, that's like holding the line. If you're going to vote for somebody, that means you're going to actually support them. It doesn't, you can't say I'm not going to endorse somebody and then go ahead and vote for them.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
No, but that means, what that means.
But then, like I put it on my friend's or Facebook page, but that's the way politics is these days.
Right. Well, when you're saying you're going to vote for somebody, that means you're going to endorse them. This is like. Wait a minute. Let me say something. Let me say something here. I want to say something very important.
Stay home.
I need to say something very important here. When you say you're going to vote for somebody, and you're not going to endorse them, or saying that you will endorse them. It's like Ben Carson. I'm going to go home and get a change of clothes, but I'm not going to spend my campaign. What you can go buy go down to your local J.C. Penney or your Macy's.
And that is that he basically was cutting. He knew his campaign was over at that point. He went home. And by the minute you say you're going home, if they even say going home to change clothes, I'm going home to Florida. He minute as soon as he said that, that's breaking news. That basically means his campaign's pretty much over.
Right.